Here we are from Maree, heading up the start of the Birdsville track. We've just got to the start of the dirt and we found a madman here walking. He's walked from Maree and he'd walk off into the sunset if you let him, wearing an Oz Prado crew t-shirt. So we better stop and see if he's all right, eh? Let's quickly say g'day. G'day mate, how you going?
Morning.
Are you walking to Birdsville?
Oh, not all the way.
Okay. Someone might pick you up soon. We're out of here. Catch you soon. See ya. There you go, mate. Enjoying the morning walk. We're out of here. So that's about the first 100 k's approximately of the Birdsville track heading up from Maree. Conditions very good, even though we had the rain. There's a few washouts, little bog hole things you go around, but it's absolutely like a highway at the moment. Nice and smooth, hard even to find a corrugation, a few loose rocks, whatever. So if you stay on this track here, very smooth. If you go off onto the rocky stuff, it's a bit rockier, but all very no dramas at all whatsoever. Very green. Have a look at the green. You know, we're going to have to bring the lawnmower out and cut the grass soon. It's a lot greener than usual after all this rain. So we got some. So I was just saying how good it is, but it looks like we've got a few where the water's come through. Obviously, it's a bit of a low spot. That's rutted a little bit more than I thought actually. We scraped down the middle. So what we'll do with this one is, I'm going to go like this. You wouldn't normally do this if it was wet. I'm going to go like that so we don't scrape. There you go. Got a bit of entertainment for you. So I misjudged that a little bit. The ruts were deeper than I thought. Okay, so we've got an oncoming vehicle. They look like they're going at a reasonable speed, so we're slowing down a bit. Oh, there you go, Prado. That's 70 k's is good. Looks like there's another one. So it pays to slow it down a little bit each way, save throwing rocks at each other, saving damage. It's not going to kill you to slow down a few k's an hour for 30 seconds, let's say.
Who oncoming?
Just, as I said, just over an hour up the track. Stopping to have a little break and a stretch. On top of the hill in the wind. Here he is again, that madman. We're not going to check if he's okay this time. We know he's nuts. We've been going through the S's for the last few minutes. Quite nice through here with the there's been a heap of water. There is a lot of water actually sitting around on the side. We have noticed a lot of places, plenty of mozzies. What is it, the males and the females? Is it the little ones that are the males that don't bite you? Lots of them. Apparently they just distract you while the other ones get in and get you or something. I don't know how it goes, I can't remember. You can put it in the comments, let me know how it works with the big mozzies and the little mozzies and the male and the female. Catching up to another vehicle that's travelling a little bit slower, and last time he did a really good thing, and so I want to use this as an example of what's if he does the same thing, right? See, the left indicator goes on. Probably not the best spot, but he's just about stopping, so we'll be right, and we'll just zip straight back across in front of him over here. So we obviously we don't stay out there if you're going faster, because you don't want to flick rocks up. try not to go faster. That's the key. If you see someone coming behind you and you slow down rather than try and not let them past, because they're coming past anyway in many cases. It just means they're going to throw a lot more rocks at you, than what would be if they slow down and rocks going around each other. And it's just not worth it. Just if you see someone behind you, they're travelling faster, all you need to do is slow down, pop the left indicator on to let them know that that's what you're doing, and then they know good, go hard right. Usually on a straight stretch is ideal, not just before a bend, whatever. As I said, they were slowed down enough that we're getting past in a couple of seconds, and we could always zip across to the left. And we did it pretty soon anyway, because it depends which way the wind's blowing. In that case, the longer we stayed on the right, A, dangerous, you don't go around the corner over crest on the wrong side of the road, and B, you're just going to keep the dust because the wind's blowing from the right to the left in this case. So take note of which way the dust's blowing as well. Let's help each other out. Let's make it easier for each other instead of trying to make it hard, which it seems like some people still want to do. Nothing like the wide open spaces, some fresh air, an awesome smooth outback track. And I'll say that as we come across. No, beautiful. Look at that, see? Look how steady the camera is. Cruise along 100, 110 k's an hour along here. It's all clear, you can see, no wildlife, no other cars. Happy days. Oh no, here we go, we've got a washout. This is what you've got to watch out for, right? So slowing down, caution, drop it back a gear. We can see there's a clear path through on the left. Right, bada bing. That's how it's done. Keep an eye out for those. They can sneak up on you if you're a bit relaxed and enjoying the scenery, and they can be washouts all the way across the road after wet conditions. Looks like someone had some fun on the right. As I said, it's been very wet lately. There's been a lot of water sitting around on the side of the road. Looks quite decent. But yeah, when you come up and down these tracks in the wet, this is what it does to it. That's just by the looks of it. There's been a couple of vehicles, but most of that damage is mainly one or two vehicles. So we're on the only decent line, maybe up the other side as well. But yeah, a bit messed up there. Okay, we've got some water up here. Just contemplating whether we go, I think, around which side. I might go for a bit of a walk and have a look before I decide. So we went back up the track a couple 100 metres. Looking to the right, I found some solid ground and rocky area, which is what we're driving on. So went back up the track. And there was a few different ways in people had taken. You can see they all picked up the same sort of line in the end. And it's always good if you can follow an already used, proven track, then try and make up your own. So that's what we've done. You can see it's been soft for some people, but it's quite dried up now for us. So yeah, we've just bypassed that bog hole. Bada bing. We'd call that a bada bing. Let's go up and have a look at the other side of it if we want. We could, or not. No, I'm not going to bother. Alright, away we go. Okay, so we hung a right. We've just stopped in at Munga Station. Then there were 3 more Prados behind us, all with BFG KO2s, no problem. And camp just over there. Bit of old gear around. And in we go, bacon and egg roll hopefully. You can be a star in the Munga Hotel. Macca's opening soon. We are cruising along. We're about, I don't know, nearly 100 k's north of Munga Station. Past a couple other cyclists, had a chat with them. And our fellow cyclist, Crazy Walker, passed them a couple of cans of Coke. Had a couple of oncoming vehicles, just copped a rock on the windscreen. I think we're lucky this time. Doesn't look like I can see the mark, it's looking good, so it was a good spot to cop one. We slowed down a fair bit and moved left, and we still copped it basically right here at the bottom right hand corner as I'm viewing it out the windscreen. So yeah, as careful as you can be, sometimes you cop one anyway, so don't get too upset when you cop one. Oh, you know, that guy, if you come out here, expect there's a good possibility you could end up with a cracked windscreen. It's all part of the fun and games. Best to try and avoid these things, but expect it. And then if you don't get one, if you don't cop that, then that's a bonus. So just thought we'd have a quick stop and have a look at this the lake that's there now and some of these washouts. It's a good, you don't want to come across, you know, these areas here quite washed away. Obviously all the water that's been running off down here, that's the path that it shows to cross the road, and got a nice little lake there now. So we've come down through quite a cross of these. This is a very small one, and the others are sort of a bit too relaxed. There's a lot of things we see that I forget to video. You know, a lot of people think they're too busy and they haven't got time to watch these videos, but you know what, I haven't got time to make them. There you go. Anyway, yeah, the road's been in pretty good condition, considering it's like, you know, other than the ruts and the bog holes, we'll call it. There was a couple of bad ones with a bypass. We've got an oncoming vehicle here, etc, etc. You know, you got to stop at these things too, because not very often do you get to see the water here. I'm sure the greenery is green and loving it. Check that out, huh? The water is trickling through. Nice firm base here, so we'll drive straight through there. Yep, we're still cruising down. We're about 170 odd k's, 173 or 4 or 5, something like that, from Birdsville. So I'll keep saying the same thing as far as the track conditions go. It's all in very good condition. I just think people need to slow down a bit more when they're going the other way. It's not that hard to slow down a bit. It's not only going to cost you 10 seconds type thing, you know, when oncoming vehicles type thing, especially where the road's narrow. Like here, for example, we're sharing the same right wheel track, if you know what I mean. So of course we need to move over, but of course if you're going to move over onto that camber of the road, you definitely need to slow down, but you may not move too far because of the bigger rocks in the camber, which means you're close together and you really just need to slow down a bit more, you know. If you're heading the other way and you're up on the flat side here, that's great, but there's still a vehicle coming the other way, and yeah, not ideal to get yourself down on that big camber. It can be quite loose, and once the vehicle starts sliding that way, it can be not good. So just slow down, people. A bit more water sitting down here on the right. Plenty of water sitting around. Have a look. Have you ever seen it that green before? It is just nuts, isn't it? Have to bring the lawnmower down and the whippersnipper and do some gardening. Have a look at that. Nice clean water too. It's probably got a solid base in it, so all the clowns can go driving through it as well. Give the car a wash. Obviously the washouts and stuff are not normally there. It's only when you get a lot of rain. They only had about, I think, about an inch around here, so there's a lot of land to collect the water and run off. But yeah, certainly a lot of water around. Geez, those flies must be annoying. Okay, so we're about 64 k's from Birdsville, just going through the section of Pandy Station, which we might pop in for a visit. Someone we know there. So far, same story. Track conditions are very good, other than all the washouts from the rain, and not too much traffic either. It seems people have been staying away, but apparently a few starting to come up here. Still travelling up, must be getting fairly close to our turn and our little visit before we get to Birdsville today. Nice little drive through here. Look, the whole of Birdsville tracks are pretty, I mean, you know, quite a nice drive, maybe considering we've got all the greenery, probably even better than usual. Bug on the windscreen there we're going to have to clean off, eh? Try and remember to do that at the next stop. So we've just made a left at Pandy. It is private property, so you won't be able to do that unless you've been invited. On the way back out, we'll see what the rest of the track's like and possibly show you around Birdsville. So we arrived at the Birdsville caravan park and checked in. Went to the car wash and gave the car a quick spray down, refueled, and that concludes the video of travelling from Maree to Birdsville. The track conditions were very good considering all the water. Very good track for anyone that wants to know. Bada bing. If you haven't already, please subscribe, turn the bell on, cop some sun in your eyes. There's the airport. Quick look around. What do we got here? Bakery's over the other side there. Bada bing. Caravan park is just over here for people that don't know, over in that area over there. Please give us a thumbs up if you found that information helpful, and subscribe, turn the bell on, stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.